Is CBS 2 News this morning.
6:43 this morning, service dogs. They have extremely important jobs. They can be lifesavers for the people who need them. And they're pretty common now. You'll see them in stores, restaurants, and other public areas, but not all of them are trained like they should be. CBS 2's Alexis Gorey looks into the alarming trend of fraudulent service dogs.
Freedom. The feeling you get when you have this golden-eyed protector by your side. That's the feeling Ricky gives his handler Jake, a military veteran. As a PTSD service dog, Ricky does a lot for Jake, including retrieval.
Get. Put. Good boy. Good boy.
Ricky's furry presence alone brightens his day, keeping him at a level base.
Good boy. Good stand. Without him, I try to avoid public places. Ricky, sit. Stay. With him, I feel free to go places because I'm focusing on him. Sit.
By law, anyone with a disability can have a service dog. The vest they proudly wear on their backs alerts the public that they are trained to help a person with a disability.
Good boy.
But those privileges often get taken advantage of. Gina Isolde with Next Step Service Dog says, by having a fraudulent service dog, you're impinging on a person's right with a disability.
You're diminishing the value of a service dog that works for or performs tasks for somebody with a disability. A dog that is trained to do service work is very well mannered. It is used to a public environment. Our pet dogs, our companion dogs, are not used to a public environment, nor do they want to be there. It can be very stressful.
So when a fraudulent service dog misbehaves, it leaves a stigma for someone who has a trained service dog.
Thank you.
By ADA requirements, only service dogs have complete public access, but have to be under control at all times by a harness or leash. So if someone were to ever see Ricky without Jake, be aware that something may be wrong.
If you're in public and you see a service dog that comes to you and nudges you or makes some kind of motion that, to get your attention, as a citizen, you should pay attention. That dog is trying to tell you something.
Whether the handler has fallen, had a seizure, or diabetic, most likely they need assistance. Although Jake's disability isn't visual to the public, his partner, 4 legs and golden eyes, reminds him of the life he lives outside of the military.
Touch. Good boy.
Alexis Gorey, CBS 2 News.
So cute. One thing else to remind you of is an establishment. It's also important to be educated on ADA rules and requirements in relation to service dogs. There are a lot of them and some specific things you can and cannot ask. You can find a link to all this information on our website, idahonews.com.